Travis Joseph, and welcome to the JAZZROCKERS Shopify training session. So, in this short video, we will be going through the basic stuff. So, before we get into the each and small tiny steps of like how we create orders, how we create discount coupon, how we create courses, stuff like that, let's first of all understand what's Shopify and what are some basic terminologies inside Shopify, because understanding this will help you a lot in future in the whole training process. So let's start. So first, what is Shopify? Shopify is basically a website or a tool which helps you to set up a e-commerce site. Even though you don't have any coding knowledge, you could set up a whole website in Shopify. So through this first video, we will look into building a. We will take a maybe what say, okay, one fashion website for an example, because first we are not taking JAZZROCKERS as an example because taking a fashion website will be much more easier. So in that taking that as an example, so what does Shopify do for us? So first role is build and manage a website. So it will help us to create a beautiful looking website, and it will let us where to put the banners, where to put the sliders, stuff like that. That's one of the main stuff Shopify does. The second main stuff is manage orders. What happens when someone purchases an item? What happens when we deliver an item? So such database is kept by Shopify. After that, they will also help us manage inventory, that is the stock and stuff like that. And they will help us send notification to customers when they buy stuff. They will send notification to us when a customer buys stuff. They will send a notification when we ship something. In this case, we are talking about a fashion website, so there will be shipment, but in our case, in JAZZROCKERS example, there will not be shipment, but that's a role done by Shopify. That's all. Now, and finally, and of course, they will help us collect payment. So that's the basic stuff that Shopify does. So in short, Shopify is a easy to go website where you just log in and create a e-commerce website in maybe you could technically make a e-commerce website in 10 minutes. But it will take time if you are going for something complex. You'll understand more once we get in deeper into how we have implemented Shopify into JAZZROCKERS. So before getting how we have implemented Shopify into JAZZROCKERS and how we do every single stuff, let's understand some basic terminologies inside Shopify. So there are few more than what's shown here, but today we are going to main 6 terminologies. There are variants, options, and products, variants and options, collections, orders, draft, and tags. So first of all, let's go to product, the main one. So what is a product? So in this example, as I said, we are taking a fashion website. So in a fashion website, what will be the product? So as the name suggests, a t-shirt will be a product, a pair of trousers will be a product, maybe a skirt will be a product, a high heels will be a product. So everything we sell, if that unit item is called a product. So this section, almost everything revolves around product in Shopify. So in this case, let's say t-shirt and pants are, the trousers are a good example for a product. So what are variants and options? So say, let's take t-shirt. When you say t-shirt, a single t-shirt can be of 3 options, like 3 sizes. 3 sizes. Like it can be small, medium, large. But the product is same, but it has 3 sizes, and it has might also have different colors. So when we click on a product, the website will ask us for to select options. So you might have seen this in fashion website before. It's something similar. So it could be anything. It could be size, color, it could be material, it could be anything. We could so basically options are the options that they get once they get inside a product. So in this case, I have 2 options, that is size and color. Inside size, there is small, medium, large, XL, and color gray, red, and green. So what is a variant? Variants is a group of that each selection of that option will in turn will become a variant. So a t-shirt of small size and gray color is a variant of that product. A t-shirt of medium size and gray color is another variant of that. Large and green is another variant. So basically combination of options are variants. It's nothing complicated. Once you get used to it, everything will be simple, but we are just going through it, that's all. So now we understand what's products and what's variants and options. Next is collections. So collections are the most simple one. Collections are just group of products. We can group them in any way we want. So in here I have group like t-shirt, trousers and shoes into men's fashion, tops, skirts and high heels into women's fashion, and even I can group everything into one big collection called fashion. It's our like it's our we can do it any way we like, so there is no restrictions, it's total freedom. So this is how we make collections. So in a fashion website you might have seen we go through so much collections like men's fashion. Even if we are running a particular offer, we could create every product that comes under a offer into a collection and we could put it into a box. So basically that boxing of products is called collections. We will be using these collections a lot in our JAZZROCKERS website, so this is a concept that you have to keep in mind. So next is order. What is an order? So an order is a purchase where payment is collected. So once a transaction is completed with the payment, if the payment is done, that's called an order. So any purchase that comes through our website will be ending up as an order. So you might ask, what's drafts? Drafts are basically orders which we haven't collected payment yet. So they are basically invoices that we are sent but they haven't given us payment. So every such non paid orders will be drafts basically. Usually every product order that comes through your website are orders because they only comes to a back end once they have completed the payment. So when does drafts come into play? So this is where drafts mainly come into play when you create orders offline, that is by when someone buys anything offline from your store directly. So we will make a purchase order slash invoice and we will send it to them, and if they have not completed the purchase, like in invoice there will be a button to complete the purchase or payment. If they haven't clicked it and completed the purchase, or they haven't given the money to you by hand, you will not mark it as paid. So unless it is marked as paid, such invoices go under a tab called draft. So every orders that haven't completed the payment is called drafts basically. So I guess that makes sense. Orders are purchases that have completed payment and drafts are purchases that haven't completed payment. And finally, tags. Tags are basically small words attached to a product, order or a customer. Basically you could add any number of such tags to a product or an order. So first let's take a product as an example, and then we will get into why we need tags in orders and customers. So first of all, what is the use of a tag? Tags are basically used to classify each things into several groups. So let me explain how can we do that. We have already seen we use collections as a group of products. So how are these collections made? Say these collections are made with help of tags. We say to Shopify that if a product have a tag called subcategory space men, it should be put under a collection called men's fashion. Or if a product have a tag called category space fashion, that particular product should be put under the collection called fashion accessories or something. So basically what tags does is tags help us to identify which product comes under which collection, or it basically helps us to classify and categorize things. So let's see how it makes sense in orders and customers. In orders, let's say if you at the end of the year you want to generate a report, and in the report you want to say you have to get all orders where you have payment, you got payment like with cash, and you need to get another report where you got payment by credit card. So what can we do in such cases? So when we create an order and we get money by hand, we will create an order, and while creating an order we will give it a tag called by money, well, like cash payment, and or let's say a tag called cash payment. And when we get an order via credit card, we will add another tag called credit card payment. So when we are creating a report, we will say Shopify, show me all orders which have the tag say cash payment, and you will get every orders that comes under the cash payment. Similarly, we can also tag customers. Why customer? Because let's take an example. For let's say you are arranging a party, there are few customers you consider VIP. Say when a customer buys 3 or more stuffs from your product, we consider the customer VIP. So when that particular customer purchases the third item, we will go into the profile and we will add that tag called VIP. And when a party or if say something happens in your company and you want to invite that VIP customers, you will go to Shopify and say give me all customers which have the tag VIP, and Shopify will categorize them and give it to you as a list, and you could use them to invite. So basically tags are used to categorize stuff. In product we use tags to create collections. In orders we used to classify them. In customers we used to classify them. So basically tags are a piece of word or a number. You could be anything, it could be XYZ, any letter of numbers or words or space characters, anything is possible inside a tag. We will use the tag to classify stuff into groups, or we could use the tags to generate reports, anything. So tags are a crucial concept in Shopify, and hope you understood it. So these are the basic concepts of Shopify. So in the next video we will see how we have used these concepts to build our JAZZROCKERS website, and how these concepts play a big role in the JAZZROCKERS website. So see you in the next video.